was your placement job title and what company did you work in?
So I was a talent placement student at Primark over in their Dublin head office, so that's within their HR department.
Did you enjoy your placement?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I think it was such a great experience to sort of move away from Sheffield, move to a different country, and gain loads of experience in a global company. So,
what was your experience of applying to placements? How did you find it? Have you got any tips for anyone?
Yeah, I think it was quite difficult to start with. I think it's sort of quite overwhelming when you start, you don't really know where to start or where to look. So I think that was quite challenging, but I sort of had a meeting with the Employability Hub and spoke about my options there. And once I got stuck into it and got feedback from different employers, I think it went a lot more smoothly. But I think overall it was quite a positive experience, and I had a really good experience at all my assessment centres as well.
Oh, so, that's good.
Yeah.
What kind of things did you get up to in your role then within Primark?
So, being sort of in the talent team, a big part of my role was to support on early careers. So I did everything from onboarding to sort of attraction, hiring, assessment, all of those bits. So I sort of managed all of our online assessment platforms, ran all of our assessment centres, or sort of like help set them up. But I also did loads of other bits with the different teams in HR, so supported on different bits from like a project coordination stance, and then got to get involved in different things outside of my department as well, which was really great.
Nice. What kind of skills did you develop during your placement, would you say?
I think probably more than anything, I guess it's not a skill as per se, but I think just that experience of working in a corporate environment, I think it's not necessarily a skill, but it's something that you won't learn until you're there. And I think having that experience working in that sort of environment is so useful, and I feel so confident to sort of go into the world of work after uni. But then there's obviously all the different bits like organisation, time management, independence and stuff like that. I think you're sort of expected sometimes to get on with it and know what to do, and I think being on placement really helps you sort of build up that skill.
How did you put the knowledge from your degree into practice, and what skills did you learn during your placement?
I think from university, I think a big one that I didn't really expect to use was I used Excel a lot. I think a big part of my role was sort of analysing large data sets from all of our online assessments, so MGT 137 was actually very, very useful to me, sort of invaluable there. And then I think I sort of took things like our group projects and the experience of teamwork in there, and that really helped me, and that was something that I spoke about in a lot of my sort of like assessment centres and interviews as well.
What skills did you learn during your placement and the experience from uni? How did that help you?
So I think a big skill that I sort of picked up on was I guess sort of professionalism, like how to act in a corporate environment, how to just do silly things like how to send emails professionally, how to join Teams meetings, how to interact with colleagues. I think it's not the type of thing that you can learn in uni, so
definitely.
It's definitely something really useful. And I think other things like time management and organisation, it's a big company and deadlines are tight, so I think it's definitely taught me a lot about managing my workload and things like that. I think I took quite a lot from my degree and what I'd done sort of the first 2 years. Like I took a lot of my sort of team working skills and experience from group projects at uni, and I think that really helped me manage my projects at university during my placement as well. And I think as well, my sort of Excel knowledge all came from MGT 37, so that really helped me with a lot of work that I did as well.
Definitely. What was the highlight of your placement? Is there anything in particular that you really enjoyed?
I think I did so much it's hard to sort of pinpoint one thing. I think a personal highlight is probably just getting the role, moving to Dublin. It's obviously it's just across the pond, but it's
Yeah,
quite
definitely a
different.
new thing.
It's so different to sort of living in Sheffield. So I think that was something that I was really proud of, to go and do something so independent.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think other highlights, with my work on the early careers team, I got to sort of see everything full circle. My last week was the new students' first week,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it was a really proud moment to sort of round all of that up and meet them, and that was just a real highlight as well.
Definitely. In relation to you moving to Dublin, how did you find getting accommodation, making friends, etc.? How was that?
I think I was really fortunate that my sort of placement company, they provided a lot of relocation support. So I think I probably got a bit luckier than a lot of students in that they provided somewhere for us all to live. So I was living with the other placement students, and I think there were about 50 of us. So it was a really nice community, a really nice opportunity to sort of meet the other students. And it felt a bit like uni away from home in a way, because we're all uni students all going through the same thing. But I think that element is quite common with a lot of placements, I think, and that there's usually a lot of you, and it's a really nice
environment.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
No,
how would you say it's affected your future, like your future employability?
I think it's done me wonders, really. To be honest, I think the skills and sort of the personal development I've seen from doing a placement, I think I've picked up so many skills like within the workplace, but also the personal growth I've seen. I think I don't feel like the same person that I was sort of a year and a half ago, and I feel so much more confident to sort of go and speak in interviews about myself, and I feel like I have so much to talk about now. So yeah, and I think it's given me a really good opportunity to sort of explore what different careers I'm interested in, and even though I did a HR placement, I think it really opened my eyes to see what else is out there. So yeah, I think
definitely. And have you got any tips for any future students who are wanting to do placement, or perhaps going through the application process at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's always good to start early. I think it would be my advice. I think it can sometimes feel like a lot of work applying for placements, so the sooner you start before all your assessments come is definitely beneficial. But saying that, I think even though it might feel like a lot of work, it's so worth it in the end, and I think like if I had to do it all again, I would. But yeah, I think just in interviews, sort of be professional, be yourself, and I think people probably don't realise how much from uni they can talk about during their interviews. I think I spoke about so many different group projects and my experience working within those teams, and that was a really good example that I could talk about. So yeah, that would be my advice.